Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Here is yet another pav recipe, but this time it is 100% whole wheat, absolute no maida, that is no all-purpose flour at all. Still, it is so soft. I got to say that. More than that, it is very healthy. You got to try this pav. Definitely, it turned out too good for me. Despite it is my second attempt, it definitely came out very well. We will go in detail about the video. Before that, let me say a hi to everyone. Welcome to the channel. If you're first time visiting here, not to forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a like. Find it useful, definitely do share. That really means a lot to us. Yes, today the recipe is whole wheat pav recipe, bread you can call it. Yes, I take 3 cups of whole wheat flour. This is the measurement of my cup size. This is the atta that I use of late, which is I found very good. Annapurna atta. First, sieve the flour. Yes. Once it is nicely sieved, we will add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of milk powder, salt of course 1 tablespoon for 3 cups of flour. Ensure your butter is at room temperature. Another ingredient I am adding here is boiled potato puree, which I have nicely grinded into a puree, which goes in, and slowly the proof yeast goes in. If you are using instant, yes, you can use 1 to 1/4 tablespoon of instant yeast. If it is active, 1 tablespoon. You can mix it in a lukewarm with sugar and then add the active dry yeast. Leave it for 10 minutes, then it would have proofed. Use that at this stage. Keep mixing all. Once it is combined very well, then we will transfer that to a separate work area, but ensure it is all combined well. Half a cup of water and half a cup of water which is there in the potato puree, so that makes it a cup of liquid which I have used for 3 cups of atta. If you find it little tough, then you may want to add little bit of milk when you're kneading the dough. Now transfer that into a separate work area, either a wider plate or a surface which is clean of course. Add in little bit of oil and dust the area, and then you can knead it for good 10 to 12 minutes. Keep a timer if you want, but not more than 12 minutes it required. Press your palm like this, stretch it towards upwards, collect the dough and then stretch it likewise. Yes, it will be sticky, not too much of a flour you need to dust, but take little bit every now and then, but ensure this goes into nice kneading for 10 to 12 minutes. It should be stretchy, not sticky once the dough is ready. If you are using stand mixer, it makes the job easy, but otherwise yes, but it's a good exercise for your biceps. That ways I would love to do it with my hand. Of course, ensure your hands are washed. Now the dough is ready after 10 minutes of kneading. In fact, rather it took 13 minutes for me. Nicely give it a shape like a bun like this by adding little oil on top. Apply some oil on your hand too, so that it doesn't get stick. You can see now, no more stickiness. Absolutely ready the dough. Collect it all at the bottom, that is, and make it like a bun shape and place it in a container which is again coated with oil. So what helps this oil, the container that you're keeping, is when the dough proof, it won't get stick onto it, it will come out easily. So just coat the dough as well the vessel that you're going to keep for proofing. Here you go, this is the one which I have coated with oil too. Now this goes in on top and cover it with a damp wet cloth and close it and keep it in a dark area for 1 hour to more, 10 minutes maybe, 10 to 15 minutes. Mine took 1 hour and 15 minutes. Here you go, the dough is beautifully proofed. You can see it's doubled in size. Now gently punch by using your palm. This is just to release the air bubbles. Once it is done, then collect it nicely and transfer it into another plate. Here you shouldn't knead too much, just simply stretch it into a shape, rectangle, and you can cut it into pieces, the number of puffs that you want, and depending on the dough you can just cut them gently like this, stretch, and using a knife you can just cut them. And roll it the similar way like a bun shape, each and every portion. Before that, ensure your baking tray is nicely greased and dusted with flour, which is important. And arrange the pav in this plate. So this gives you an idea of A, getting a equal size, and B, the number of pavs which you will get depending upon the baking tray, so that you will get a fair idea. Or if it is excess, you can just store it, you can use it for your other recipes for later. Now roll it like this, taking the excess dough towards the bottom and just nicely give it a round shape and place it on your baking tray. Here you go, cute little bun. Likewise, arrange all the puffs and you can give them a milk wash, just the milk wash, or with honey. You can just mix the honey along with the milk and you can give it a nice coat. It will give more golden at the top. So the tray is ready, good to go. Leave some space while you're keeping the ball, so that once it will go for a more proofing now, and it needs some space for it to expand. So always leave us some space when you arrange the balls. You can see now it took 30 minutes. Nicely proofed again. This is the second proof. Now milk wash, I've added some honey too. Nicely took a milk bath, the little buns. Preheat your oven 10 minutes, then bake it at 200 degree for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, lovely 100% whole wheat pav is ready. Like I said, whole wheat is definitely anytime healthier than your refined flour, that is all-purpose flour. Trust me, it is too soft inside and little hard, or a crust rather, you can call it, at the top. After applying butter, it is too soft, I must say. I just loved it. The aroma is all over the house. My little one really loved it. She finished with butter and jam. I thought of making dinner pav bhaji, but don't think it's gonna happen because we just finished it with butter. It was too good. I hope you would give it a try and do let me know how you liked it. Any questions, do write into us in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning into Latu's Kitchen. Looking forward to seeing you back.